She is crazy in love with you. She behaves as if the sole purpose of her existence on this earth was to make you happy. And honestly, she's been doing a fantastic job. Terrifyingly so. She is beyond devoted and eager to please. And sometimes you feel like you're being tricked somehow. She is just too good to be real. Too good to be yours. You genuinely considered the possibility of her being a mind-reading demon sent to impersonate your ultimate fantasy and steal your soul away. So well does she understand your needs and desires. Being with her is by far the best thing that ever happened to you. The only minor detail you would change about her is the fact that she is, well, a violent psychopath. She always seems to know exactly what to say and how you want it, but despite being so fine-tuned to you, she has no empathy towards others, as if all the kindness, understanding, and affection she is capable of giving is already yours. There is nothing left for anyone else but resentment. She doesn't care if they all die and go to hell, and she is more than willing to send them there if they get too bold meddling in your little Garden of Eden. You've come to believe she doesn't even see them as human, as inherently valuable, as actual threats. To her, they are all like ants at a picnic, mildly annoying and distracting, to be firmly brushed off if they get too close, but ultimately insignificant. She's hurt people before, badly, sometimes in your presence. You spend all your time together now so she wouldn't be able to pull it off, but you suspect she's killed people too, in God knows how long a period of stalking before she first made a move on you. You feel like the only reason she continuously refuses to admit it is because she thinks it would make you hate her, make you leave. You're not convinced it would. You are addicted. She corrupted you. Her presence is heaven, and her absence, damnation. You need to be with her. She saves you from the world. You must keep her. And if the price for that is people getting hurt or killed, then it's a small price to pay for salvation. And it's their fucking fault for trying to steal her away from you anyway. Or steal you away from her. But you're scared. Rather than any vestiges of humanity lingering within your soul. What makes you desperate to stop her from harming others is the fear of law enforcement taking her away from you on the off chance that she is actually human. Driven half insane by the prospect of losing your greatest treasure, you enter a contract with her. If she goes a full month without breaking the law, you will do anything she wants. You will give her anything she wants. She says that it's unnecessary, that she loves you, that you need but to command, that she is happy to obey, that being by your side is the only reward she needs. But her eyes light up in anticipation. Part of you knows that, in entering the contract, you have sold your immortal soul. A bigger part of you is grateful for the opportunity, for what she's given you would be a fucking steal. But the month flew by. It was the best month of your life, but it's over. The time has come to pay up. On the 30th day, you come back home after a date in a fancy restaurant. She's wearing the stunning red dress you bought together for the occasion. She is inhumanly beautiful. She is excited. She knows she was a good girl and that you are at her complete mercy. She can take everything from you. You don't care. She is your everything. Now, be honest, darling. Did you really enjoy it that much? I know you're not big on going out, and you despise having to wear formal clothes with a passion. You're saying you had a great time, but I can tell just by looking at you that you're tense, that you're on edge, perhaps regretful. Darling, there's no need to pretend in front of me the way you felt you had to in front of all those people. On top of that waitress, the way she looked at you. I can't blame her, but still. I know it was just a test, my final trial, but still it hurt to just sit there and watch you being looked at with such lust. Good thing imagining clawing the bitch's eyes out is perfectly fine and legal. I'm just sorry you had to suffer as I did. Of course, it was my final test, darling. You can't possibly think I didn't know all along. Darling, I know it was a terrible experience for you as well. A waste of time and money, really. I know exactly why you're so fidgety. You wish we could have just stayed at home, right? When you compare the last 3 hours of misery to what we could have been doing instead. We could have played our game, taken a bath, cooked and baked together, and done so many different, exciting things together. Instead, you chose to squirm uncomfortably for hours in an outfit you hate. First waiting for and then pecking at the food that didn't even come close to my home cooking. All the while having to endure all these disgusting people gawking at my body, filling out the dress you chose for me for your viewing pleasure. Oh, don't worry, darling. It's not like my gaze wandered. Not like yours, anyway. Oh, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you have no idea how happy it makes me. The difference is so painfully clear between the eyes you only ever look at me with and those you have for everyone else. Tonight, you spent more time looking at others in the restaurant than me. In our early days, it would have driven me insane. It would have driven me to tears, to violence. Tonight, I loved it. I savored the jealousy and possessiveness in your eyes as you looked at me and met the lustful gazes of people openly envious, openly ignoring their dates to look at us. Of their dates none the wiser, because they were doing the same. You wanted to rip the cloth off the table, send all those plates and cutlery and flowers flying, and cover me from the prying eyes like your prized possession. But you didn't. You just kept looking around and at me. Every time your eyes returned to meet mine, as if to check if I'm still there, for an anxious heartbeat, they were full of fear, full of resentment. And then every single time they warmed up, reassured by the unwavering devotion and worship in my gaze, until again clouding with disbelief and doubt, until again you couldn't stand it, until you had to look away. The cycle repeated dozens of times in those 3 hours, maybe hundreds. I watched it play out over and over again as if in slow motion. I felt your pain, darling. I felt your doubt. Every time it tore my heart to pieces. Why did you doubt what you saw in my eyes? Too good? You think my love for you is too good to be real, darling? I don't think me just saying otherwise would help much, so I'll do something else. I will tell you a secret. But first, let's move to the bedroom. The bed, specifically. I want you comfy for what's about to go down. Now, please, Lie down in our bed, the bed that was soaked through with the liquid proof of our love so many times. I would say too many times to keep track, except I totally kept track. This bed is a shrine of our pleasure, an altar of our elation. Please lie down on it, darling. Thank you. Now let me get on top of you, where I belong as the high priestess of your delight, your little twisted rapture. You're shivering, darling. Is it anticipation or fear? Both would be justified. The secret is quite dark. I cheated. I know exactly what you're thinking, darling. It's written all over your face. But I would never cheat on you. There is no conceivable scenario where I would, willingly or not. No one will ever separate us. No one will ever take you away from me. No other hands will ever touch me. No other lips will ever taste mine. I would rather die than break your trust. I feel your hesitation and doubt, but I can't offer you a satisfying answer. I can't tell what the source of my love for you is, only that it's true. It's the one thing in my life that I am absolutely certain of. My love for you is my I think, therefore I am. You validate my existence. I live to love you. I love you, darling. I'm only yours. I always will be. But you already knew all that. I've told you before with my words and with my eyes, and you know my eyes don't lie. Not to you, but you're disappointed. You're wondering why I used that word, knowing it would hurt you. I did it on purpose. I know you needed to hear my words of reassurance after today, and I needed to say them. But they wouldn't have felt genuine as if I just said them unprompted. I needed a trigger. So I devised one, the devious little devil I am. What I meant was that I found a way to cheat my way through the month, through your little test. You see, it's just impossible for me to contain my fury when I look at others looking at you. When I hear them talk to you, when they dare touch you on some flimsy excuse, take any amount of the attention and affection I want to be mine and only mine. It's fuel to my inner inferno. I can't help it. So I didn't look. I only looked at you. I took you in with all of my senses. You are a wonderful distraction, darling. I thought I was going to fail your challenge just a couple days into the month. But I didn't, did I? Focusing on you made it easy. Made it a reward in itself. Made me calm and happy, and not care about the others. But I need to hear you say it. Was I a good girl? Did I please you? Are you glad we entered our little contract? Oh, darling, you tremble beneath me. It's so cruel of me to keep you waiting like this, but this was your idea. You brought this on yourself. But I don't want you to suffer. Let's get to it. Tell me if I was a good girl. Tell me if I pass. Yes, now, darling, that means I've upheld my end of the bargain. Are you going to uphold yours? Will you give me anything I ask for? I meant it, you know, when I said that it was unnecessary. That I love you. That you need but to command. That I am happy to obey. That being by your side is the only reward I need. But there is something I want that you've not given me yet. Something you're desperately trying to protect. Darling, what I want is your shame. I want it gone. I know you well, darling. I can feel that there are things you want me to do. Or do to me. That you don't tell me about. I suspect it's because you're afraid of losing me. You're afraid that they will change what I think about you, change my love for you. I think today's confirmed it. But it's silly. Nothing you could conceivably do would weaken my love for you. You can do anything you want to with me. And it's not like I will endure it. I want you to be yourself around me. I want you to give me the real you. I want to be everything you want me to be. It would be the ultimate height of happiness for me. I am yours to use however you please, so long as you don't discard me afterwards. So the reward I ask for is simple. I want you to give me your shame, to tell me how you want to use me, without any reservations, and to go through with it, please. Please? You seem confused, almost relieved too. Wait, what were you expecting me to say? Did you think I was going to hurt you, steal your soul or something? Silly darling. What makes you think I haven't already? I'm just kidding, darling. Don't tense up like that. I would never hurt you. I mean, unless you want me to hurt you. If that's the secret desire you're hiding, then I don't know. It will be hard, but we'll figure something out. Anything for you. Anything. So, what do you want me to do? You want me to what?